Yes, sir. Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to another video. Now, y'all know god dang well, even though I'm a little late, I admit it, I am a little late. But even though I'm a little late, we have to talk about the fact that Biden's student debt relief program just got halted by an appeals court. We absolutely have to talk about that. And the reason why, guys, is because y'all know what this means, right? Come on. Think real carefully about it. I want you to search inside the inner workings of your mind and think closely about what this pretty much means. Oh, yeah, that means student debt forgiveness is in jeopardy, because I want you guys to look at this. Most of the court battles that have been happening, the judges were actually siding with the Biden administration. But now we finally had an appeals court that is doing the opposite. They halted Biden's program. They said, listen here, boy, you cannot cancel any loans until we figure all this out. So it's only temporary, by the way, because the only reason why it's temporary is because they're waiting to see, I guess, the outcome of the 6 Republican attorney generals who are suing Biden. And they're trying to see what the ultimate outcome ends up being. So basically what the court is saying is until we find an outcome of whether the 6 Republican attorney generals win a lawsuit or the Biden administration wins a lawsuit, you need to halt this until we figure out the outcome. That is literally what's happening here. But here's where it gets tricky, because the question is, do the Republicans even care if they win or not? Or is their goal really to just prolong this as long as they want? That might actually be the goal. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do think that the Republicans are against student debt forgiveness. I think they're extremely against it, and they do not want to see it happen. However, I think they're playing a little bit of chess here, folks. And yes, I'm here to tell you the way that the court systems work in the United States of America, it is very, very likely that student debt may not be forgiven by the time it's time to start paying it back. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Because forgiveness was actually slated to start next week. Like, they were actually going to start doing it. But because of it getting halted, we don't know how long it's going to be halted. Right now, it's temporary, but we don't know how long this thing is going to drag on. At the end of the year, there's no more moratorium. Everybody got to pay their loans. Biden administration, obviously they can always change it. But as far as we know, with the information we have, the Biden administration already came out and said, we're not extending it no more. We'll give you guys full on forgiveness, and you guys are going to have to start paying back those goddamn student loans by the end of the year. So can you imagine the absolute nightmare you're going to have of the people who prepared and planned and thought that, oh, finally, my student debt is going to be gone. I only owe $10,000, I only owe $20,000 is going to be forgiven. And then it gets halted by the federal, by the appeals court like we just saw. And then the end of the year comes and these folks got to start paying back their student loans. It's getting really, really messy out here, folks. But let me touch on another very important thing, okay? I want to make this very clear. And this is coming from somebody who used to work in politics, by the way. I personally don't think Biden even cares about student loan debt. I really don't. I don't think he cares. I don't think he cares if it gets passed, if it happens. Remember, he originally did not care about it at all. Like, he originally didn't even bring it up. What made him end up bringing it up during his campaign is because you had so many people fighting for it. It was the people, the constituents, who held him accountable and made him get to a point where he even had to say in his campaign trail back when he ran in 2020 that he was willing to cancel about $10,000 worth of student loan debt. But make no mistake, folks, Biden don't care. So if the Republicans end up succeeding, guess what Biden's going to say? Well, guys, I tried. Can't get mad at me. You guys asked me for what you wanted. I tried. They blocked it. What you want me to do? Like he don't care. It's a win-win either way for him, in my opinion. Now, obviously, if student loan debt ends up failing, the forgiveness program, if it ends up failing, there's definitely going to be a lot of angry voters. However, look at the timing of this thing. Biden wants to win the midterms. So honestly, if Biden can win the midterms, I'm not so sure he'll even care that much unless he really plans to run in 2024, which I know he said that, but I don't believe him. He's already old. He clearly has some sort of cognitive issues, dementia. So I don't know. He got something. I just can't imagine him running again never mind. But yeah, I can't imagine it. So anyway, yeah, guys, that's where I'm at with it. Obviously, I've given my opinion on the student loan thing before. I personally think that it's not a bad thing. Don't get me wrong. I see both sides of it. I can understand why the Republicans don't like it. I can understand why the Democrats do want it. But to me, it definitely doesn't make sense to forgive loans for everybody. And then you have an entire generation of people in school, like right now, or going to school next year, that are going to have the same issue. So my biggest thing is don't forgive student loans if you're not going to fix the actual problem, because he hasn't passed any laws or legislation or executive orders or anything that actually fixes these student loan issues that we have. So all that's going to happen is you're going to have an entire new generation, like the people that are younger than like us, an entire new generation of people who are going to have the exact same problem. So I just wish more solutions would have been exercised or explored, you know, at this point. But don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining because I do own student loan debt, and Biden's student loan forgiveness debt relief program would actually make me debt free. So I'm not complaining too much, but I am giving my honest opinion. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments regarding this entire situation. And thank you guys so much for watching. For like, share, subscribe. See you guys in the next video.